Right, you caught me drinking my tea. So, good afternoon, YouTube. Granit Xhaka, let's discuss this absolute fool. He is now officially club captain of Arsenal Football Club. Now, I put a couple of tweets out there, and people seem to not have a Scooby-Doo what day of the week it is, because people are going, but the players decided. No, they didn't. The players didn't decide. The final decision was Unai Emery's. Now, Unai Emery decided to make him captain. Now, what a lot of people are misunderstanding is just because Granit Xhaka, just because the squad were consulted and asked to make a vote, doesn't mean that Emery decided to go with the vote. So nobody, me, you, or anybody else, doesn't have a Scooby who the players picked, right? All we know is that Unai Emery's final decision, and the final decision was his decision. We know his final decision was to give the captain's armband to Granit Xhaka. Now, I don't care whether half the squad voted for him. I don't care whether one player voted for him. At the end of the day, the buck stops with the manager. He decided to pick Xhaka as captain. That ain't good enough. I'm sorry. I don't want to bash him up, but you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't get it. That means he's starting at Old Trafford on Monday. That means he'll start pretty much every single game and every single week. Well, he does anyway. But now he's captain. He's 100% going to be starting every week. It's just an absolute baffling and disgraceful decision by our manager. And I'll tell you something, I'll be shocked if he's still manager by the end of the season, because when you've got Mustafi in the squad, David Luiz, Socrates, they're all making mistakes. Granit Xhaka makes more mistakes than any player in the squad. That's a fact. We're going to end up shafted, and we're going to end up with our manager getting potted by the end of the season. I'm pretty sure that'll happen. It's kind of sad, but I'm sure that's going to happen. All the time you have got that liability, the foul-banian, because that's all he does. He makes fouls all over the pitch and fails. Yeah, foul-banian. Yeah, that is all he is. What does he do? What does he actually bring to the team where you can sit back and go, do you know what? Well done, mate. You've done really well today. What's he done? What, he pinged a goal in every now and again from 30 yards? Whoopie fucking do. Seriously, come on, man. Unbelievable decision. He's not good enough for Premier League football, let alone to be captain of our club. It's disgusting. So, yeah, I'm not happy about it. And at the end of the day, Unai Emery should have a long, hard look at himself. Thank you for that, VP, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to read some comments out in a minute, yeah? But yeah, I think Emery needs to have a long, hard look at himself. And for me, there was only one person in the squad that you could say, do you know what? You are definitely a leader. And for me, that's Lacazette. You know, people can say, oh, yeah, but Xhaka leads by example off the pitch. Who cares? Who genuinely cares? They're professional footballers. They all have decent lifestyles. They all sacrifice a lot to be a professional footballer. They can't go out in public every day because they'll just get mobbed. Right? So they have to have a chilled lifestyle. They're all the same nowadays. Well, most of them are. There's the odd exception to the rule. But pretty much at Arsenal, you never see any Arsenal players in the papers for going out and getting absolutely hammered. For example, the Derby players that have been caught drink driving. You know, you don't see that at Arsenal. You know, so I just think that regardless of how nice a man Granit Xhaka is, he ain't good enough for Arsenal Football Club. So this decision to make him club captain, seriously, mate, Patrick Vieira, that's a club captain. Granit Xhaka. But we were scared. We were scared. Fucking pussy. Absolute pussy. The weakest Albanian I have ever seen in my life. Normally them boys are tough boys, you know. I've got a few pals that are Albanian, yeah. Big up my boy Granit as well, by the way. He's back home in Albania now. But yeah, it's just like Granit fucking Xhaka is our club captain. Let that sink in. Genuinely, let that sink in and think about that. Granit Xhaka is club captain of Arsenal Football Club, a club he's lucky he's fucking playing for. He shouldn't even be here. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling for a minute and take a breather and read some of your comments out. Who's been at Arsenal the longest, says Georgie. Afternoon to you, pal. Longest serving player at Arsenal, I think it's Martinez. In terms of, if you're going first team, it would be Joe Willock, I'd imagine. He's been there 14 years. So, but in terms of actual first team regular player, probably Bellerin, I'd imagine. I don't know, mate. I genuinely don't know. But he scored against United last season, says Robert McCarby. Afternoon, mate. Well, listen, he did score against Man United last season. He also scored against Newcastle last season and Palace last season. Other than that, what did he do? Generally, what did he do? You know, I am baffled. I am absolutely baffled that this has come out. And the funny thing is that out of context Hearn Twitter account, yeah, I actually put a quote tweet up of one of their tweets saying when Granit Xhaka gets announced as captain after the fans vote. And about half an hour later, it was announced. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, maybe I jinxed it. I don't know. We'll be in the Europa for the next 10 years, says Veli. Get the banners out, says Kelvin. Mate, seriously, listen. It's shocking. By the way, there's 400 of you watching this, and only 50 of you have liked it. So please do go and stick a like on it, and it'll bring more people to the stream. It'll bring more subscribers as well. So please go and do that and get it up to over 100 ASAP, and then 200 ASAP. Thank you. It's just sunk in, says TG. Mate, it's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. I can't believe what's happened, mate. What's happened to this football club? Seriously, mate. Just going to have to accept it. I'm not happy about it, but we have to work with it, says Miguel. Well, listen, I'm not one for booing players and all that, yeah, right? But I will fully understand if this geezer gets destroyed all season by our fan base because he ain't good enough, yeah? And when he came off the other day, I was, like I said, I'm not in favour of booing a footballer, right, when they're playing for your team, you know, but when he got subbed the other day, he was getting booed and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say I felt sorry for him because I didn't feel sorry for him, but it's not nice, yeah? And the only way that this club is going to get rid of that guy is if that happens every week and eventually puts a transfer request in, which is kind of sad. And I don't want to see that happen, obviously, but it's the only way he's going because it don't look like we're selling him. This guy has been played week in, week out by 2 managers now. Sorry, is there a clause in his contract that says he has to play every fucking game if he's fit? He's absolutely dog shit. Charlie Adam is better than him. Charlie Adam. I would take Charlie Adam over Granit Xhaka. Jesus Christ. Get the rum and coke and the Stella, bruv. I need more than that. Thank you, though, mate. Emery's head will fall on Xhaka's sword, says Ayu Ota. I hope I got the name right. Big up yourself, bruv. If Emery picked Xhaka on the way Monday, then if Xhaka, I think you mean if Xhaka's picked on Monday, then he needs to go. Bruv, of course he's being picked. He's captain now. See, listen, bruv, I can't agree with that either. Come on, Bowie. Bowie the cat. Hopefully he'll get injured. Come on, man. I don't wish injury on our players either. But listen, I get why people are fuming about it. Listen, I'm pissed off. I am absolutely seething with this decision, yeah? But I don't want to see him injured. But one thing I will say here, though, I think the last 4 or 5 captains that we've had have all been sold the following season, haven't they? So hopefully he's sold in the summer. My 3-day weekend is ruined. Afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're good. So you don't like Xhaka then? No, I don't like Xhaka. I don't like him at all, Vincent. I think you've realised that now. Your fan base is disgusting. Mate, our fan base, yeah, apart from the ones in this chat, because most of the people in this chat are sweet, to be fair. Yeah, our fan base online is muggy. It's muggy, mate. Yeah. There'll probably be fanboys sitting online right now going, yay, Granit Xhaka's captain. Yeah. Why didn't Mesut Ozil get it? Why didn't he get it? Can somebody tell me that? Oh, yeah, that's it. He don't play, does he? I'm still Xhaka out. Oh, mate. Listen, over 500 people watching. Do subscribe to my channel if you are new and put a like on the video. And I'm going to rifle through another 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I should plug my Mac in before it dies. It would help, wouldn't it? It would help if I plugged this in. But is Unai Emery trolling us? Well, it looks that way, doesn't he? Who are the other 4 captains? There aren't 4 other captains at the minute, mate. There's talk that Lacazette or Aubameyang are going to be vice captain. Now, for me, Lacazette should have been captain. Full stop. That's my choice. You know, that was my captain. He leads by example on the pitch, and that is where you need somebody to lead by example. Fuck leading by example off the pitch. I couldn't care less what they do in their private life. But at the same time, if you're on the pitch and you watch Lacazette running around, we're tracking back past our midfield to get the ball back sometimes, that would inspire you as a younger player to go, right, He's one of our best players, and even he's not shirking the responsibilities of tracking back. So then that makes you a better player. Granit Xhaka just stands there and turns like a fucking ship. It takes him 6 hours to fucking turn right. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, mate, seriously. Denilson or Xhaka? It's certified. Denilson. He had a right foot as well as a left foot. Lee for Arsenal manager. Press 1 to vote now. Big up yourself, bruv. I hope you're good. I agree. Laka should have been captain. Mate, it's absolute piss take, man. Shows me that Emery is weak, says South London's finest afternoon, bruv. Oh, for fuck's sake, says Beerus. Listen, everyone's pissed off about this, or majority of people are pissed off. There'll be some little 14-year-old sitting at school today, knocking one out in the changing rooms after PE that Granit Xhaka's captain. But other than that, most fans don't want this to happen, and sadly, it's happened. But what can we fucking do about it apart from sit here and have a moan about it? Feels better to have a moan now. I can't lie. I feel a little bit better now. I'm starting to get it out of my system. Also, don't forget as well, I think Emery's doing his press conference at 2 o'clock today. So my 5 o'clock stream will be Emery's press conference reaction, which should be interesting because the longer this guy's staying here, the more I'm thinking, is he the right guy? I don't want to be going down the route of hating on a manager all the time. I've been down that road. But this decision's fucking baffled me. I can't even understand what has happened here. Holding or Abba, full stop. See, the thing is, Victor, yeah, I agree. Listen, Holding's a future captain for me, definitely. Thing is, you need somebody who plays week in, week out, right? And maybe that is why Xhaka is captain. Maybe he does have something in his contract that says he has to play week in, week out if he's fit. Because why would 2 different managers play this guy every week? I don't get what they fucking see in him. I genuinely do not see it. He can't tackle. He can't track runners. He's got no fucking awareness whatsoever. He's got the Hollywood ball once every 10 fucking passes. Everything's sideways or 5 yards forward. That's it. He never runs past people, dribbling past people. Yeah, he's weak. He's rash. He gives away foul after foul after foul. He gives away penalties and don't look like he gives a toss. Let's not forget here. This is the same clown that gave away a penalty against Brighton and walked off like it was nothing. That cost us Champions League football. And he's walking off like it was nothing. Then he's come out against Watford going, we were scared of Watford. We were 2-0 up. What's his problem? We were scared. Fucking idiot. Get out, man. Seriously, unbelievable. Back your players. No, fuck him and fuck Ozil and fuck Mustafi. Yeah, how's that for you? Never seen him play in person, but what I see on TV, he has nothing. Well, listen, mate, when you see him on TV, you can obviously watch replays of him and stuff like that. You don't get a replay at the ground, so you've probably got a better sighting of him on TV than you have at the ground. But one thing I will say is when you're at a ground, you see the whole pitch, whereas on TV, it just sort of follows the ball around. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can see what he's doing wrong that you might not necessarily see when you're on TV. When it's on TV. So I don't know, man. Listen, the geezer for me is not good enough for Premier League football. He could even go to Watford or somewhere and still look shit because he is not good enough. Confirms Emery is in the wrong joke decision, says Robert. Thank you, Robert Mugabe. I'm sure. Listen, Xhaka has Emery nude, says Sanjay. Good afternoon, Tokyo Guna. I hope you're well, mate. Are we sure this is not an early April Fool's joke, says Grava. Support your players. So is that supposed to say moron? Because if it is, you spelt it wrong. I swear. It does make me laugh when people try mugging me off in the comments. They can't even spell right. Emery said the players who chose Granit Xhaka. No. Emery didn't say that at all. And he hasn't even done a press conference yet, mate. So where's he said that? Unless he's done something right now and said that the players picked. What he actually said was for all the people that can't understand basic English grammar, right, and English written on Twitter, right. What he said was, and it's gone out all over the world. The journalists have put this out all over the world. It's really not difficult to understand. So I don't understand how people are getting confused by it, right? It was put out to all of the players to vote, write down who they wanted captain. So he consulted them. I didn't say that they picked him. Do you know what I'm saying? How do we know who's picked who? So this idea that the players picked him is complete bollocks. Yeah, the players had a say in the matter. The final say was Unai Emery's. Unai Emery has picked Granit Xhaka. That ain't good enough. Sorry, disgusting. Not good enough. 48 away from 200 likes. Nearly 700 of you watching. I'm going to do 15 more minutes of answering your questions and comments. Let's get this to 200 likes as quick as possible and keep it moving. Don't forget, stop hating on your viewers. We'll go then, bro. If you don't like what I'm saying, go. Yeah, no skin off my nose, bruv. At the end of the day, if somebody can't understand that a consultation doesn't mean it's the final say, that ain't my problem. Yeah. So if you're offended that easily, like a snowflake, bye bye. If he didn't respect the players' vote, then he could lose them in the dressing room. Listen, that's a fantastic point, Sebastian. Yeah, but let me ask you this, right? If say 20, let's say 15 people voted for Guendouzi as captain, would he have picked him? I'm not so sure he would. If 10 people voted for Bellerin, would he have picked Bellerin? I'm not so sure he would. I personally think Xhaka was always going to be captain. That's why he gave it to him in the first place. And the thing is, it wouldn't surprise me if the players did go down the route of picking Xhaka. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, because they wouldn't want to go against the manager and he's always, or the player, because let's remember this. He's one of their teammates. He's mates with them. Yeah. So are they going to try and stab him in the back? But ultimately, the final decision lies with Unai Emery. Yeah, and it ain't good enough. It genuinely is not good enough that he has picked Granit Xhaka as captain of our football club. Sorry, that'll come back to haunt him and he will get sacked by the end of this season. 100% adamant of that. And if he doesn't get sacked by the end of the season, he won't be getting a new contract. Let me turn some lights on because it's getting a bit dark in here. It's not even 1:15 in the afternoon. Jesus Christ. Literally, lighting issues in this apartment, man. Let's sit over here. See, even that's not any good. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? We'll sit there. Yeah, so the buck stops with the manager. It's as simple as that. And he ain't getting his he ain't gonna get his contract renewed at the end of the season. Trust me. Because if we miss out on top four again, a massive part of that will be Granit Xhaka's fault. I'm telling you now, Granit Xhaka is a liability, the biggest liability in our football club. And it backs it in the stats. He's given away more errors that have led to a goal than anybody, including Mustafi. Yeah, Mustafi's closer to the goal. Work that out. You know, every single week, the geezer, the geezer just basically passes a guy clean through on goal. Literally every single week he does that. Every single week he does that. Now, what is this manager and what is the previous manager, Arsene Wenger? Yeah, what have they seen in this geezer? Firstly, to pay 35 million quid for him. Secondly, to give him a new contract on £90,000 a week. I'm sorry, this guy's won the jackpot, mate, because he shouldn't even be here. And now he is going to be leading our club out onto the pitch. And this is a leader, the same guy who said we were scared against Watford. Jesus Christ, this club's more fucked than I thought it was. Seriously, more fucked than I thought it was. And this is the thing, right? Abu Bakr Titus. I hope I got your name right, mate. The guy makes errors every week and Emery will still pick him. Exactly. It doesn't matter what this guy does now on the pitch. He's getting picked every week. Yeah, not good enough. Sorry, not good enough. And when Emery first came here, my blood pressure is going through the roof, trust me. When Emery first came here, he was dropping Ozil, he was dropping this player, Lacazette. Lacazette was on the bench, then Aubameyang was dropped, then this player's dropped, then that player's dropped. It seems now like Granit Xhaka is always, well, he was always in the team anyway last season. Yeah, but yeah, it is pure hate. And if you don't like it, Cole, leave my stream, innit? Go and find a stream that's all happy about Granit Xhaka. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what, mate, why don't you set your own stream up? Yeah, good one. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, people can sit there and say, back the team, back the players. Every match day, I back the players. Just because I'm sitting on a live stream coating off the decision, don't mean I don't back the player when he's on the pitch. Of course I do. Yeah, I don't want to see him on the pitch, but ultimately, when we're playing a game, I will back the player for 90 minutes. People can't grasp that, then seriously, what planet are you living on? Don't get it. No notification today. Try turning notifications off for 10 seconds and then putting them back on. It might work for you, mate. And all right, let's do 10 minutes more of your comments, and then I'm going to get myself out of it. I will be back later with a press conference reaction. That should be fun. Give the coach time, or you become a coach. Oh, well, that's fantastic. What a great comment, mate. Well done. Yeah, how many coaching badges you got? Jesus Christ. Deepak says Lee is a diamond geezer. Thank you. We like comments like that, not like the idiot above, but thank you. You know, we've sold all of our captains to following season. Yeah, I actually said that earlier, mate. Bizarre. Yeah, we did. We have actually sold all of our captains to following season. But unfortunately, this captain is more of a liability than most of them 5 that we've sold a season later. I think we had Van Persie. Van Persie scored how many goals? 30-odd goals that season. Cesc Fabregas. Who else was there? Koscielny last season. Who else was before that? Before Koscielny, there was someone else. I can't remember. We've had so many captains and they all leave. So yeah, hopefully the trend keeps up. I wanted Holding for captain, says Apostle Hades. Hadas. I hope I got your name right, mate. I would even make Guendouzi captain, says the main gooner. Well, listen, he shows more hunger, heart and determination, yeah, than most of the players on the pitch, mate. He was the youngest player on the pitch the other day against Aston Villa for our team, yeah, and he was the only one driving forward, trying to take a man on, trying to make something happen. And no coincidence that we take the Albanian off the pitch and we score 2 goals and win the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Take him off. Everyone had a little bit more freedom. Everyone weren't worried about covering that idiot's mistakes. Yeah, he's not quick enough. That's the problem. He's not mobile or quick enough to play in the Premier League in that position. So, you know, if he went to Italy, I think he'd look fantastic. Slower league, a little bit more technical. He'd have a little bit more time on the ball, and he could spray his pretty passes. In the Premier League, it is press, 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 press. You know, and he makes so many mistakes. We should call him fucking Tipex. Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously, the geezer's a clown. Has he been made captain? I think you've joined late, Nick. Yeah, he has been made captain. He has been made captain. Nearly 800 people watching live. So please do get the likes up. Drive the likes up through to 300 if you can. It does help the channel. It grows the channel. And if anybody is offended by what I'm saying, then, well, up to you. I don't ask you to come and watch it, innit? But at the end of the day, I'm not happy that this guy's captain. So if I want to sit and have a rant about it, if you don't like it, it's pretty simple not to watch it, innit? So unable to look at the team objectively. Emery proven once again why I am Emery out, says we are Arsenal. Xhaka and Emery need to go home. Fucking up my team, says Top Skrillers. Let's hope Xhaka will buy the team and make Emery coach after Arsenal sack him. Big up, Amy. Thank you, Amy Perez, for that, darling. Appreciate that. Kind words. Albanian, that was jokes, but mine people don't call you racist. Bruv, one of my best friends is Albanian and his name's Granit. So, and that's even he laughed when I texted him it the other day. And if people want to go down that route, crack on. And funny enough, he's actually an Aston Villa fan, so it was jokes because he texted me saying we're going to smash you up today. Then he texted me at half time saying, "What's the score?" Yeah, so I texted him at full time. He texted me saying at half time saying, "What's the score?" Yeah, he goes, "I know the score. I just want to hear you say it." So at full time, I did exactly the same back. Then I sent him all the goals. I was like, "Yeah, what are you saying now, bro?" Xhaka is a red card waiting to happen, says the Castro 911. Exactly, he's a liability, mate. You need somebody in midfield that's got stamina, that's got legs, that can drive a team forward, that can press a man, yeah, and can go past a man. He does none of that. But you also need somebody who can defend, tackle, track back. Have a look at him, right? When Grealish was running past everyone the other day, have a look at him. Jack Grealish ain't quick. Look how quick he pulled away from Granit Xhaka. because Granit was jogging. He was jogging. Yeah. Now, sorry, if you've got somebody in there like Joe Willock, who can give you the legs going backwards and forwards, you're automatically a better team. You know, you could put Guendouzi in that position. You could put Torreira in that position. Automatically, you are better. I don't get what anyone sees in this guy. He's not a leader. Just because he's captain of Switzerland, don't mean anything. Yeah? Don't mean anything. He's not a leader. Torreira is a better midfielder and captain, says Silvio. Exactly. Xhaka will be the end of Emery. No speed, no skill, no heart at all, says Manoj. Exactly. Xhaka can only make the Arsenal team in the Premier League. Oh, yeah, there we go. My nan turns quicker than Granit. Nice one, Beerers. Don't wish injury on any of our players, but it's the only way he ain't making Emery's match day. Well, listen, the funny thing is, if it is true that he's going to have a month off in October, we're now what? Without a captain again? What's that all about? Do you remember when we went, was it 3 years or something, and our captains had only played 10 games in 3 seasons or something, so they were always on the bench? Yeah, hopefully that curse comes back. He's not fast, but he is a leader. Can you explain to me, Adam, can you explain how? And I'll read it out, mate, yeah? How do you think he's a leader? Because I'm baffed. Double Decker has a better turning, so does a ship, bruv. Listen, I might just call him Tipex from now on because of all the mistakes, mate. Seriously. Emery's made him captain, so he'll do less mistakes in game. Bruv, come on. Do you believe that? Seriously. Somebody saying true. I spilt my coffee all over my uniform. Big love from the Caribbean. Unfortunately, mate, it is true. And make sure you go and clean your uniform up, bruv. You don't want a backhand from mum when you get in. Do you know what I'm saying? Leaders grab games by the scruff of the neck. Guendouzi is more of a leader than him. Exactly, a blue whale. Afternoon to you, buddy. Hope you're good. Let me find this comment. If you replied telling me how he's a leader yet, bruv. Come on. There we go. Here's the captain of his country and Arsenal. What did the players in Arsenal see in him? Well, it's nothing to do with the players at Arsenal, mate, because Emery makes the final decision on who's captain. So it's irrelevant what the players say. Yes, he asked the players. But this is like me going and, for example, I go down to the local shop. I go down to the co-op at the end of this road, yeah? I go into the co-op and I say, you're right, sweetheart, to the bird working behind the till. You're right, sweetheart. What batteries do you recommend? I need some batteries for my Xbox controller. So I need AA batteries. Do you recommend Duracell or Energizer? And then she'll tell me, and then I'll go with what I want anyway. It's exactly the same, mate. Yeah, you just ask advice. You don't have to take the advice, and you do what you want anyway. The final decision stops with the manager, mate. He chose the captain. Yeah, Nick says, to see you next Tuesday, got a promotion for being shit at his job. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's exactly it. He's been promoted for doing nothing. But well, I'm going to do 2 more minutes of this. 750 if you're still watching live. If anyone's been offended today, I apologise. I don't mean to deliberately have a pop at people, right? Or you know. But at the end of the day, when people are telling me, "Oh, you should back the team," well, mate, I do that every week. Yeah. So when we're playing, I back the team. If I want to sit on here and have a pop and have a moan and have a rant, I will. And if people don't like it, don't come back and watch. It's that simple, isn't it? You know. Emery out, says George. I wanted Holding to be captain. Listen, I can totally see why people wanted Holding. I think it's a little bit too soon for Holding, but I can definitely see leadership qualities there, 100%. THC of UYO, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, George, you having a good day as well, yeah? Wicked, nice one, mate. Thanks for that. Love you too, princess. I'm going to put you on timeout now, babes. You okay? Fucking idiot. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's no leader. He's a blagger. Exactly. Xhaka will cost Emery his job. Exactly. Comments from Chris and Scott there. Right, 20 seconds and I'm getting out of here. So 40 likes away from 300. Appreciate it, 40 of you can do that. And yeah, your tweet is on the Sun News about Granit Xhaka. Brilliant. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Thanks for that. I'll go and have a little look in a minute. I've made it. Scousers will be fuming. there are maybe 2 or 3 potential leaders in the squad. There is a good captain in there. We just have to wait and get around Xhaka whilst he's captain. Adrian, that's a great point, mate. Yeah, that's a great point. Listen, Lacazette would be captain, in my opinion. He'd be a great captain. Even Aubameyang would be a decent captain because he leads by example. Yeah, even when he's having a bad game, he still tries to G up the other players. And that is saying Guendouzi, Holding, Bellerin, all of these players, there's 5 I've named straight away. They've all got sank about them. Whether they'd be great captains or not, I don't know. I think the only one you could say would be a great captain would be Lacazette. The rest, Tipex suggests he corrects his mistakes. I'd call him the Sharpie. There ain't no way you're undoing awful mistakes he makes. So disappointed. Chris, you always come out with some banter, bruv. Yeah, and thanks for your donation as well. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. And you've got a point. You have got a point. Right, listen, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched. There's still over 700 if you're watching. So, yeah, thanks very much for that. Kind of sad day today that Granit Xhaka is captain of Arsenal Football Club long-term going forward now. So yeah, there we go. Do subscribe if you're new. Do stick a like on the video. That does help. It builds my channel. So appreciate everyone who does that. Don't forget, the press conference is going to happen in about half hour to an hour's time, I think. So later on at 5 o'clock, my stream will be a press conference reaction. I'm sure he's going to be asked about Granit Xhaka, amongst other things. So come back and join me for that. Until then, thanks to everyone who's been in the chat. All the donations are appreciated. Thank you very much to everyone who's sent a comment in. Sorry I couldn't read them all, but listen, there's hundreds and hundreds of them going in. So thanks very much. Laters, peeps.